actually didn't mind Genius all that much. I just think there are some fundamental issues with it. Emmy Rossum from Shameless and Phantom of the Opera is in this movie as the love interest as well, which is pretty cool. Anyways, Genius is about a 13-year-old kid named Charlie, who is so smart that he is now a college professor, but finds himself feeling lonely with no friends and a lack of social skills. So he enrolls himself in middle school again, this time putting up the persona of an edgy class clown type, and quickly gets wrapped up in the lies of having to live two different lives. It's almost like he's trying to have the best of both worlds. For some reason, a lot of these movies feel the need to have silly scientists experimenting on stuff in the B-plot, when in reality this movie would be a whole lot better if it just focused on the character dynamics it sets up. I would have liked to see the college elements be expanded on more, and I think the hockey player body controlling part could have easily be cut without ruining the movie or anything. If you haven't seen this movie, that sentence is probably, really wild. This is one of those liar reveal plot lines as well, so again, I feel like the character elements are what should be focused on the most. But I can see where the creators were coming from. They probably thought kids wouldn't be interested in college stuff because they were too young to understand, and most likely thought children would get bored if there wasn't some cool action moment like the ice rink exploding when everything goes to shit. Having Charlie spend all his time at the college working with wacko scientists is just beyond me. It would have been really funny if Charlie learned to be a better college professor by attending middle school again, and learned how to bond with his students by observing what his peers do for the first time in his life, since he just Sheldon Coopered his way through life and never stopped to make friends. I think that's what the movie was supposed to be about, but then the writers just got confused and started rewriting HE double hockey sticks on accident. More scenes of him attempting to be an edgy bad kid in middle school would have been funny to see as well. Maybe show him leaning a bit too much into it and letting the two quote-unquote personalities of his collide accidentally, and having that be a good thing. Like, people start to appreciate him more because he's a well-rounded individual instead of just two polar opposite stereotypes. Like, Charlie's middle school friends can be impressed that he's actually really smart, and his college students will think he's cool for not having a stick up his ass literally the entire time. Like I said, this movie is okay, and it has some good ideas, but I'm not sure how well it all works together. A lot of these movies seem to start with good premises, but just get really confusing and unnecessarily convoluted as the story goes on. Keeping things simple might be the best for these movies where the premise is really distinct and strong.